Alright, I got it lit, so relax.
It's your boy Culture Talk Bev, man. We back for another artist interview. I got
PoisonWitDaVibez.
Alright, we got Poison with the Vibes. Where you from, Poison?
I'm from Harlem.
Harlem.
Uptown. Around like 41st, 42nd area.
41st, 42nd, Uptown Harlem vibes. Alright, so Poison, you just dropped the album recently. What was the name of that album?
It's called Chronicles of.
Chronicles of. Actually, do you consider it an album, an EP? Like, what type of project do you consider it?
Well, at first I was considering it an EP, but now it feels more like an album to me now. The more I listen to it.
Yeah, I could definitely say, like, my opinion, listening to it straight through is definitely a cohesive project. So it's like more so like an album.
Right.
What's some like inspirations to like make you want to start rapping?
Maybe when I start rapping. So I just always loved music. So it was like I was always into like, and I'm gonna just give you background on my using the name Poison. The song Poison by Bev that was one of my favorite songs. So ever since then, I just was like always going back to that song. And then as far as rap influences and shit like that, it was Wayne made me want to go harder. Joel Santana made me want to go harder. And then Drake came out and I heavy on R&B. So it's like Trey Songz was heavy, a big influence. So those to name a few, especially like and to name some New York artists that definitely. Like I said, Joel's King,
Dipstick, Harlem shit,
Jay-Z, for the most part.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, what would you consider your style? Like, if you had to give your style like a category, what would you put it under?
I usually call I would usually call it rhythm and vibes.
Okay.
That's why I call myself Poison with the Vibes because like I'm not like the traditional R&B. I'm not the traditional rap.
You R&V.
Yeah, exactly, R&V, you feel me? So it's the vibe with everything I do.
Yeah, we coined that here first, man. R&V from Poison with the Vibes. All right, man, so I wanted to get into like the album or whatever.
Yeah. So
number one, the song is called Dark Man's Experience.
Yeah.
Off rip, like, how did you even pick the name of that song?
So I had that was probably like the first song I literally had like written. As far as the hook goes for a while, and the hook from what you can hear is a DMX reference.
Yeah. So
as a dark man, his name was Dark Man XRP, DMX. That's what it was just easy from there. And if you listen to the song, I'm just giving you an experience from when I was in a dark place.
Definitely one of my favorite songs on the project. One of my favorite lines from that is, "Thought I ain't have no bag, why she all on me?"
Right.
Talk to me about that line.
So the funniest part about that line is a lot of the times, I'm a grown man, so I grew up around I'm from New York, Harlem.
Yeah.
Women expect me to have a lot of money, and they believe behind my confidence is money, and they know, I dress pretty well, so a lot of the time when I'm dealing with women, they ask me for my money, they ask me for shit, and a lot of times I'm willing to give, but I'm not willing to flaunt.
I hear that.
So it's like, oh, you probably tell your friends I ain't got no bag after I ain't spending a certain amount on you. So why you still on me?
That's a fact.
Probably telling them lies, they come back telling me some bullshit.
That's definitely like a big thing.
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with that line, cause you would have thought she was here for the bag, but that's not why.
Facts.
And I heard you say Drake was an inspiration, and I heard you kind of flip the only on cameras line.
Right. Yeah. When that Take Care shit first came out, I'm a big Wayne fan, so I automatically kind of rooted Drake, and he didn't shy away from being vulnerable as a man. You feel me? So I try. It's like when a lot of my music revolves around women. So when I say she's like a star, but only on camera.
Facts. In
real life, a lot of these women on the gram and shit like that, they only look dumb good and like that on camera, but when you meet them in person, it's the same thing how they think with us with the money. Their personality don't match how that picture make them look.
I like that parallel you drew, definitely. So the inspiration of the song was just everything you've been through or whatever, just different artists and shit.
Yeah.
Definitely a good way to start the album up.
Appreciate that.
Second song was named The Go Getter.
Yeah.
name about the inspiration for that song. How you came about drawing that song up?
So the rest of the songs we didn't write this. I didn't write the songs. We just came up with the vibes as we was going through the beats, and that song just gave me like the vibes that I'm just trying to tell you. Like, I'm trying to go get the bag. Like, there ain't no time to do nothing else. Like,
you spoke on that song about like not doing enough or.
Right, exactly. Like, I'm trying to get out like the feds coming. Like, I feel like a lot of my back. Like, I feel like I'm carrying a big ass backpack. So.
How you go about picking your beats? I feel like that song and the second song, they do go together, but the beats is different.
So a lot of the time, my hooks and shit come in when we listen to the beats. I really like to freestyle. I grew up on battle rap and shit and freestyling, and when I was younger, I used to get up on the mic with one of my relatives was a DJ, so get up on the mic, start rapping. So when I hear a beat, I ain't gonna lie, my body just start going with it, my mind just talk to it. So it's like.
So that should just all go together.
Yeah.
You usually lay like a chord. You think of like the hook first, or you go with the verses, or it's just like whatever.
Yeah, go back and forth.
Word. All right, number 3. That song is called "Lover Boy."
Yeah.
So you already know the first question. Talk about that.
So, basically, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't really care to do too much. Like I said, I don't like flowing. I don't need to do too much. I'd rather love you than try to impress you too much. I'm gonna impress you with the things I do out of love. So,
what makes you want to tap into the more melodic and R&B lane of hip hop?
Being an
when you do
R&B
songs
fan,
like this.
Yeah, being an R&B fan, listening to Trey songs. Unfortunately, R. Kelly.
Fuck it.
Isley Brothers, Michael Jackson, and being a creative, been a free spirit my whole life, so I never was scared to sing or something like that. Cause where we from, it's hard to not be a hard rapping nigga coming out home. Well,
so after hearing this beat, how did you determine that was the direction you wanted to go for the song?
Say that again.
Like after you heard the beat, how did you choose that this is the direction of the song you wanted to go with? And like that sample at the end of the song and all that shit.
So that song, I usually have freestyle through it, and it was so fire that I had to do a soul beat section. I freestyled that. If people could tell, I really freestyled that. And then when it came to the verses, I had to sit still and take that back home for 2 days.
Okay.
And write on it. So, cause I was getting feedback off of just a snippet.
Yeah,
and they telling me, yo, don't do bad on that.
You couldn't, cause that's so big that shit was going.
Yeah, and then Ty, he got Shorty to sing on the song. At the end of the song, her name Fatima. She got her name to sing on the song, and she just blended well with that.
You wanna know what's crazy? I did not know that was the actual person y'all got to sing on that song. I thought that was like a sample or something. That's fire. Yeah, that song just went up a few more points for me off that.
Oh, yeah, it's that fire.
So from the first 3 songs, how would you rank those first 3 songs that we just went through? Dog Man's Experience, The Go Getter, and The Lover Boy. That's the first half of the album.
So my favorite song is A Dog Man's Experience.
Okay.
My second favorite song is A Lover Boy. Then it'll come A Go Getter.
And then it'll be A Go Getter?
Yeah, because A Lover Boy, I wasn't really. See, when I first did it, I loved it. Yeah. But it was one of those. That's cool. Then the more I listened to it, I was sleeping on that. I'm bugging out.
That shit is fire off the first listen. I would agree with you. Actually, number 1 is my favorite song on that. I'll let you know what I think the best song is when we get to it. Alright, so number 4. I think that's one of your more commercial songs on that project, Mamacita or whatever. How did you get to that influence on that song, the Spanish influence or whatever?
So I went to public school up until the 6th grade. once I got to junior high school, I was around a bunch of the Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
But I went to a diverse school. High school, went to I was just around a bunch of I was with different cultures.
Yeah.
I ended up dating a lot of Dominican women and Puerto Rican women.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up liking their culture. So I kind of, the Mamacita became it was just.
It's a thing, yeah.
It had to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they would hear it probably and be like, he's funny for that.
Yeah, nah, that shit go. That shit went good together.
But then when it comes to the verse, that was more so like real life experience. When it comes to like, it wasn't really about the Spanish woman. That was about I'm talking to a woman like as like.
In general, yeah.
Exactly.
And you had a line in that song, trying to be less accessible to everyone.
Except for you, yeah.
Talk to me about that line.
So like so I was at a time right before we went through the project, I was in this little phase where I was a little fed up with feeling like I'm doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, damn, I'm doing too much. Like, you know how niggas got this thing where they like to talk about Simpson and all that.
Yeah, facts.
Like at the end of the day, I don't believe in none of that talk because I believe as a man, you do what you want for the person you love.
Facts.
But as a man and as an individual, I can't let nobody play with my time and they doing whatever they want. Feel me? Like, I ain't got time. I don't do that. Like,
Yeah, facts.
If I'm accessible to you, and you as a woman, you want a nigga that's accessible to you. So
Yeah.
Don't play with that man's time. Like, that's
Say he's not a tool.
Yeah,
ladies. Alright, number 5. The Getaway.
Yeah, Getaway.
Talk to me about this song.
I know how you like it, put it panties to the side. Like,
Self-explanatory.
Exactly. It's just more so like it's one of those songs where I could imagine myself just on vacations on an island on the beach with a chick that, like I said, Mamacita.
Yeah.
I'm accessible to you like this. I'm trying to take you on trips like this. Like this would be fun. Like
yeah, that 3, the way you put those 3 songs together was good. Like A Lover Boy, then Mamacita came after, and then The Getaway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, facts. And I ain't gonna lie. To credit Ty, he kind of flipped it.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't peeped that inside. I was like, hold on, I wanted that song behind that. But then I was like, oh nah, that definitely makes sense.
That shit was good. And who is Ty?
Ty did it as a producer, engineer, entrepreneur, all that. He, one of the GOATs.
And he's who you collab with for this project.
Yeah, one of the best producers in New York, Harlem right now.
Shout out to Ty did it, man. You need some contact. DM.
Facts.
And number 6, The Bad Guy.
Yeah.
To me, this is I think is the best song
on,
on this joint.
Me too. That was like really my most personal song.
Yeah.
That was the most general song. Like I was talking to everybody at that point. Like,
yeah, like you just went like that was like the close.
Yeah, sometimes you talk to people and they think you don't know how they feel and like I used to be I never was like the most perfect, stand up dude, but with time comes wisdom and you gotta start changing it. I realized like sometimes you talk to people and they don't see it yet and you catch yourself you try to force people to know what you know or move how you should move, but you can't really force that, so you try to tell them like, yo, I get how you feel, like I've been a bad guy before, I know shit get real, like it's real out here. Like,
facts. Talk to me about the pain go away, like how did you, is that a flip of rain go away?
So it's crazy, so I had the beat the day before, so shout out to my nigga Bendo. He do Sendo movies, he shoot videos, rap, another multifaceted dude. He was shooting some kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we was on a train, we was walking to the train, and it was supposed to rain that day. And the optimistic side of him, he was like, yo, he said, we still could shoot, like rain, go away.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey yo, you just helped me with my next song, bro.
That's
like,
crazy.
Hey, we just making a joke about it, and then I was like, yo, cause I'm listening, and I feel that, like I'm like, rain, go away, pain, go away.
Yeah, that shit definitely.
Ain't too much that I got to say. You lost my love when you crossed my way. You forced my hand. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you mean. You say you don't care about things when it comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
You hurt my heart.
Do it comfortably.
Like, come on.
I had that line written down too. That you hurt my heart. You do it comfortably.
Yeah. So that line is like, you know how you got people around you who take you for granted. Like, and then act like they didn't do what they did.
Yeah.
Like, you did that shit too comfortable. Cause like, you just come to my face and say you laughing and giggling like nothing ever happened. But it's cool because I'm a good person. I see beyond that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Okay, and so how would you rank those last 3 songs then? Mamacita, Getaway, and Bad Guy. With in comparison to the whole album. So basically that whole project, how would you rank those songs?
If I'm ranking 1 to 6?
Yeah, 1 to 6.
1 to 6, I'm going Bad Guy, Mamacita, A Dark Man's Experience,
Mm-hmm.
A Lover Boy, A Go Get a Slide. Yeah.
Then Getaway, last one, Getaway.
Yeah, get away. I said slide.
Yeah.
Pardon me, slide. Take a trip to Puerto Rico and just
Slide. Yeah, you just had that part in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what's up, man. Where can the people get this project at?
They can get the project on all platforms: Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, iHeartRadio, Pandora, search it,
All that.
Play, all that.
So what's next for you? Now that you dropped this.
What's next? I'm planning on doing a lot of music, a lot more music. Get myself out to the streets, to the world. Extend my hand and get myself more visual presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not enough. I feel like people don't know you when you just sharing your stories on Instagram, and then I feel like you really gotta be in people's faces, regardless of how introverted you are. Because if you're in the business of entertainment and rap and all that, you have to be at least a little accessible to the fans and the people that you want to relate to.
What's it called? All right. If you had an opportunity to make a track, and in this track you could pick any producer, any artist to feature in it, who would be your choices?
How many choices?
Like you could pick one artist and one producer, but for the same song.
Oh, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, Metro Boomin and 21 Savage.
You said tough, but that was easy. It's like you already knew that one.
Yeah.
Wow, why was that your choice?
Cause I ain't gonna lie, 21 Savage, I feel like I relate to him when it comes to how we express ourselves and how witty we are with our wordplay and shit like that.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin, he just goes so well with 21, so when I hear beat, I'll probably just be going over. I go off with him when he rapping, but I be spitting my own shit like, damn, if I was on this song, I'd go crazy with it.
Fire. All right, man, you said you was from Harlem. I gotta ask you this question. How'd you feel about the Locks versus Dipstick?
Upset. I'm very disappointed in Dipstick. At the same time, I knew it was gonna happen because I know what it takes. I know that energy. Like I know you gotta really perform. It's battle rap, man. It's a New York energy. New York energy is battle rap energy. So it's like you're not just gonna come on stage and be a flashy fly nigga against some gritty niggas, and you supposed to be gangster too.
Yeah.
Come on, they
not gonna.
They gonna put their foot on your necks. Like they gonna show who the real is. That's how I felt about it.
Word. Poison, let the people know where they can find you at, man.
Yo, you can find me on Instagram, PoisonWitDaVibez, Twitter, that's Poison, PoisonWitDaVibez. Yeah, that's everything.
Alright, you know the vibes, man. Shout out Culture Talk.
Shout out Culture Talk, facts.
You already Culture.